Welcome to another Sunday WOAY ABC4 Community Forum, where we talk to community leaders and local success stories to discuss important information that affects all of us here in Southern West Virginia. I'm your host, Brandy Lawrence, and today we're joined by another distinguished guest. Lori McKinney, who is the co-founder and executive director of the Riff Raff Arts Collective, joins us this morning because we need to talk. Thanks so much for coming back to the forum.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. You know, it's always a great time having you here, and I love this initiative, the We Need to Talk initiative, but for the people out there that may not be familiar, can you tell them what it's about?
Yeah, so We Need to Talk is a project using music videos and short documentary pieces to stoke community dialogue. So we've been working with artists who have written songs about issues that they're passionate about or just ways that they see the world that they wish the community could open their hearts to. And we're bringing them into various community settings with the hopes of building bridges and bringing people together and uplifting stories and just encouraging a listening culture in our communities so that we can better understand the lived experience of our neighbors.
Awesome. And super important for right now. It feels like there's so divided on so many issues, and there's so many things going on that are affecting people. It's really great to see people use their creativity to, amplify these issues and hopefully, create a dialogue that gets people talking.
Yeah, thank you. And I've been just realizing and learning from some different folks about the power of storytelling. And it never really dawned on me why those stories can be so impactful, but how when we listen to each other, we can connect and then better understand each other. And it's also just, it's fun to share our stories, and in some cases uplifting. And a lot of people aren't used to being invited to share their story or have space to tell it in this way. So really, really focused on this powerful impact of storytelling.
That's awesome. People are out here having their voices heard, and especially in such a creative and fun way to learn about these messages. I feel like sometimes the media and reading things in the media and hearing things in the media, it kind of makes these messages more palatable, I guess, more digestible, like you understand it better rather than somebody lecturing you or somebody, just at a seminar or something more educational, like you understand it from a creative viewpoint, because everybody is a creative, I think, in their minds work that way. So
yeah, and it like humanizes the issue to be able to, I might just think about an issue and I hear it in words and somebody lecturing me on the television, but if I am listening to someone, another human being, and oh, that's what that was like for you, or that's what, tell me more, and it creates a different sort of context for us to really look at the different issues.
So definitely. And if there are any artists out there that may be interested in joining you all, what would they need to do?
So excitingly, coming up, starting this coming year, this fall, we're going to be putting out an open call for artists from Southern West Virginia. We're really interested in meeting more songwriters and hearing what they're writing about, and especially if they're writing songs about issues that they're passionate about. We really want to hear from them, and they can reach out to us anyway by telephone, by Facebook, by email. However, they can come by and see us in Princeton in the Grassroots District, any way that they would like to reach out. We've got our open mic night and different community events that they can come to, and we just would love for them to reach out, and there'll be information about how artists can submit during that open call this fall.
Awesome. So any artists out there that, you have something to say, you want to have your voice heard, you guys get in touch with Lori, and we need to talk, because we need to talk.
We do.
Awesome. Yeah. So, for people out there that may not be singers or songwriters, but they still want to help out with this initiative, is there any way that they can volunteer or donate, or any way that they can help you guys?
Yeah, I always appreciate you asking that. We love for people to just show up to when we have community conversations and the community dialogue, when we actually screen the videos and watch them and share conversation. And it's a really comfortable environment, and you don't have to say anything if you don't want. You can come to just listen and just connect and be in the space. But in addition to the open calls for songwriters, we'll also be having open calls for people who want to just be in the videos, just as an extra or playing acting roles. Or the process of creating these videos has just been really spectacular. There's something about it, I think Derian described it as magical. It's just having the cameras and the technology and setting the scenes and watching the artistry of the way that the filmmakers set up the frames, and just having that experience. It's just not something that I know I've done before. And so experiencing that with members of the community has been really special. So we want to invite more people to get involved and experience that process.
Awesome. And it could be cool to, have a cameo in a music video. It's a talking point. I'm like, hey, I was in a music video.
Recently, we are filming a video, and it approaches the subject of veterans' mental wellness. And we have a dear friend, and he's kind of a mentor to a lot of different the veterans in his community. And we filmed a scene for this music video, an upcoming music video, in one of the homes. And the experience that we had with that family was over the moon. They were like, we're filming a music video in our house, and the kids and the mom and the dad, and we set the scene, and it was really special because we were having conversation about the subject matter that was actually really deep and emotional, and we were connecting in these really meaningful ways. But then also just the excitement of the cameras in the hallway and in their living room, and the kids were just over the moon. There was something really special about it.
Yeah, it sounds really special. I'm on TV 5 days a week, and like that still sounds really special to me. I love music, so I was like, I'd love to be in a music video. I'll have to come do me a little cameo somewhere. Catch me in the background. But this week's song, the new song that we'll be talking about, and I don't want to give too much away because you will hear from Derian herself, and you get to see the music video as well. But how did you, meet with Derian to, get this started? Yeah, so
we watched Derian grow up. She's this amazing artist, and she's been they've been using their voice for change since they were a young person. And Stages Music School and the One Voice Project, they have this empowerment concert that travels around to schools, and the artists share the music, and then they're able to share about like why kindness matters. And it's been beautiful to watch all these young artists use their voice in that way. And so Derian has always kind of had this focus on using their music for change. And when We Need to Talk came about, we knew right away some of the artists just sort of sprung to mind immediately because they're such great songwriters and they're already focused on using their voice in this way. And so we approached Derian, and the whole process behind this has been wanting to put all this production muscle and this project behind the artist and let the artist decide what they feel called to speak out about and how they want to speak out about it. And we just try to support the process and let the artist lead the way. And the subject matter Derian felt called to speak on was sexual violence. And it happens so much in our communities, and they felt that there's not really space to talk about it. And it's very difficult to talk about, as we know, and something that we do need to talk about. And so that's why Derian felt called to speak out about it.
Absolutely. It is, definitely an important topic. And I think like after the interview, I'd mentioned that, we've talked to women's resource centers, and I believe Erin Jones at the Women's Resource Center in Beckley, I've spoken to her a couple of different times. And, they really do love to stress that, this is an issue that doesn't get a lot of attention, or when it does happen, like people don't take it as seriously. So it's really awesome that Derian did, take from something really difficult subject matter and, put it out there into the world, because I know there are other people that probably feel the same way.
Right, and you mentioned the resource centers and such, and there are a lot of resources out there, and they're all connected. And I think we've been having counselors involved from the very beginning of the process and having them in the space with us, from the design and the filming days. And when we have the community conversations, we'll have those types of resource providers in the space. And one thing that one of the counselors mentioned was that any access point of a resource center or a counselor, they're all really connected in these resource networks. And we're really lucky in West Virginia to have such great sort of networks of folks. So I think a big part of this is wanting to use these videos as tools for advocacy so that people can know how to connect with those resources. So I'm really excited to talk to your friends at the Resource Center and find out ways that we might just be able to further connect and be able to communicate and connect people with the support they need.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because this could be, really big. I really love the, of course, the We Need to Talk initiative and this video as well. But these conversations, they need to be had, and any way that we can, help amplify them, help, get people that need help out there, we would love to do that. So,
thank you so much.
I think this could be a great collaboration.
Excellent.
Absolutely. So going forward, I know you're going to have the open call coming up. What else does We Need to Talk have planned going forward? You have the open mic nights and the premiere nights and things like that, but when do you think, we just had a premiere, but when do you think your next premiere will be coming up?
Yeah, so we've got the music video and then the short documentary piece. And up to this point, the documentaries have been a lot of behind the scenes and talking about the process and the inspiration behind the video. And this documentary that accompanies this music video and some of the more complex subject matter that we're dealing with moving forward, the documentaries will be really about the resources and taking a deep dive into the subject matter. Like we interviewed a counselor for this documentary that will accompany Derian's music video. And so we'll premiere that docu-short. It's like about a 12-minute documentary piece, so we call them docu-shorts. And we'll have a community gathering. It'll be a public gathering in August, and it's going to be a little bit different. There's a really amazing artist named Shannon Shine that just opened up her art and wellness studio called Shine Time Studios in Princeton, and she's she facilitates art therapy. And so this space that she's going to facilitate and create for us is going to be more of a hands-on kind of artistic space where people can explore the subject matter but have sort of a focused, guided experience that'll be really artful and creative and in a more of an art therapy kind of context. So I'm really excited about that. And at that gathering, we will premiere the docu-short.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And it seems, very therapeutic, but a good, cathartic way. Art is very, can be very healing at times. So that's a really awesome idea.
Yeah, thanks. And Shannon is so great about creating space. And I've seen how she makes people feel very just welcome and safe and comfortable. And I think we're just going to be learning and growing together about how to create some kind of space where people feel that they can come in and be supported and meet friends. And, so I think sometimes it can be, especially after COVID, just the social anxiety of going into new experiences and putting yourself out there to connect with people can be really challenging. But we're going to create really warm, welcoming atmospheres where people feel they can, be heard, and if they want to share their story, that they will be empowered to do so, and kind of like uplifting the artists' stories so that the community can feel empowered to also share theirs.
Absolutely. Yeah, people need that sense of community. And as you mentioned with COVID, a lot of people were isolated, social distancing. So it's really wonderful, you all are giving them a place to meet up with each other. And even if they don't become, fast friends right away, it's a way to network and to, sort of build that relationship. So it's really awesome.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. So we're about a minute or so out, but before we go, we wanted to air the trailer. But before we go on to the trailer, do you mind plugging the contact information so those wonderful artists can get in touch with you?
Yeah, I appreciate that. So you can find us at theriffraff.net. That's THERIFF.net. If you'd like to learn more about the project, click on We Need to Talk. You can call us at 304-425-6425. Find us on Facebook or Instagram at Riff Raff Arts Collective.
Awesome. Thank you. And you guys stick around. We're about to play the trailer for the next We Need to Talk, and don't go anywhere. In the next half, we will have our interview with Derian, and also we will premiere the video. We Need to Talk.
This moment in time is calling for us to open our hearts, dig deep, and find ways we can help, even if it's the smallest gesture of a helping hand or a listening ear. There are so many struggling, every direction we turn, and now more than ever, we need to listen deeply to each other, try our best to connect and understand the lived experience of our neighbors. We Need to Talk is a project using music videos and docu-shorts to uplift stories, build bridges, and stoke community dialogue. We're creating works with artists who have written songs about issues they're passionate about or ways that they see the world that they wish the community could open their hearts to. And we're using these to help connect resources with those who need them, advocate for change, and hopefully build some bridges along the way. We Need to Talk. Catch the next video in the series, Johnny, available online May 29th.
Welcome back to Sunday Community Forum. I'm here with co-founder and executive director of the Riff Raff Arts Collective, Lori McKinney, and we're talking about the We Need to Talk initiative. Now, this week we do have a video that has premiered. You got to see a bit of it in the trailer that just passed. It is by Derian Blane, and the song is called Johnny. Now, we will have an interview with Derian, who will be talking more about what is going on in the video and what the video is about, just coming up next. But before we went on to that, I wanted to make sure that we put out a disclaimer that this video will cover some sensitive themes. It does cover sexual violence, so if that is anything that may trigger you to feel negatively, we do not recommend that you watch. We do want you to know ahead of time, because we don't want to negatively impact anybody, especially anyone who has experienced this type of issue and this type of violence. So was there anything that you would like to, impart to the audience here before we head on to the interview and the music video?
Yeah, well, I think that I'm glad that you made the disclaimer, because it is a sensitive subject matter, and I know that the artist, it was sensitive for the artist to make it, but they felt very called to just kind of share that story, and in the hopes that it can help other people feel that they're not alone. And I will say that the process of creating this video was amazing. The actors, all of the actors, very young folks that came together to make the video, and then the filmmakers, Robert and Billy, and their artistry is just always just profound to witness. And everyone, the counselors that were in the space to help us with Shannon Shine, kind of holding space for the process. It was just a really beautiful experience to witness, and I'm excited to share it with everyone.
Awesome. So you guys, we're going to go on to Derian Blane, interview with Derian, talking about the video, and then right after that, we're going to go on right to the music video, Johnny. So you guys enjoy. Why did you want to write and share this song?
So I guess I decided to write the song. Sorry. Let me redo that. I think truly the answer is that I didn't want to write the song. I think that there was a second option for the name of the song being Song That I Hate to Sing, and that felt aggressive. And I'm glad that we ended up going with the name Johnny, but I think truly I didn't want to write the song, and I don't want anyone to ever have to go through the song meaning something to them. And I think it was a really hard song to write, and I'm really happy to share it, and I'm really glad now that it's out and it feels really good. But I think originally this was a really hard song, probably the hardest song I've ever had to write.
And what kind of impact do you hope that the song has on listeners, especially people that that may have been impacted by this?
I guess I really just want people to know that they're not alone if they're feeling affected by this. I think that this is such a topic that's really hard for people to talk about and to cover, whether they've gone through it or whether they know someone who's gone through it and they want to help. I think really I just want people to know that there are other people going through what they are going through, and I guess that it's okay. If this is something that you're going through, it's not something that you should be ashamed of, and it's something that other people are willing to work with you and hear you out and help you. There's help available, and I want people to know that.
And what was it like for you to make the video?
The process of making the video was really magical. I think before going into making the video, I was pretty stressed out. I was worried about having to relive something that was really hard for me, and I was also worried about putting people into the position of playing those roles. And the second that we started, as soon as some of those people I met that day, and I met these people and I reconnected with people I hadn't seen in years. And as soon as the whole process started, it felt really right. It felt really great creatively. It was like checking off a lot of goals and boxes. But I think I just felt really loved in the room, and I felt really supported, and it went really smoothly.
That's great. And how do you think music can be a vehicle for social change and advocacy?
Well, I think everyone can relate to music in some sort of way. I guess maybe not everyone, but I think that music yeah, really, and let me say, I think music comes to me really naturally. Um, and music is something that's really easy for me to share. And I think that there are a lot of people in the world who are greatly affected by music and really appreciate music. And I think that since sharing music is something that comes so naturally to me and is so beautiful to me, it feels like an obvious answer to be sharing it with other people.
I think I can throw in one more. What do you hope that people get from watching your video?
Hmm. Um, I guess I hope that when people see the video, no matter what situation they're in, I hope that if they feel affected by the topic, um, that their hearts are just opened up a little bit more. And I hope that everyone who sees the video feels a little bit safer to discuss the topic. Because it's really hard, it's really difficult. Um, it sucks that we have to talk about it. I wish that we didn't have to. I wish that it was never happening. But because it is, we have to feel safe to be able to talk about it. If it's going to happen, I hope that people feel like they have a way out and they can get through it. And so I hope that it helps.
Johnny's got a temper, bloody knuckles and bloodshot eyes, and he knows that I'm not interested. He's had too much to drink tonight, and he knows I'm not a fighter. He knows what's been in my drinks tonight, and I know that to Johnny I am just a body. My friends are all so sorry. We do this every night, so who let him at this party? Who let me out of their sight? Oh, I just wanna feel like I'm more than just a body, that somebody wants to know me, not just touch me, not just flip me over. Hey, oh. Parts of me, just some baggy jeans and glares, and that I cut all of my hair off because of you. Will never be the boy I thought you'd be, one with common decency and a song of mine that I don't hate to sing. Says you clearly don't recall it. You were drunk, yeah, but so was I. Why do you think no one saw it? It'll be your word against mine. If it wasn't what you wanted, I wouldn't dress like such a slut next time. If it wasn't what you wanted, someone would have noticed. He says you just wanna be at the center of the party. You get off when you hear sorry. Close your eyes and keep on telling him, yeah. Keep on telling him. You will never see the true parts of me, just some daggy jeans and glares, and that I cut all of my hair off because of you. Will never be the boy I thought you'd be, to see. Every high has its come down. The morning will arise. It's over and it's done now. I'm so glad that you're alive.
Watching scenes like the one you just experienced can stir up a range of emotions. If you or someone you know has been affected by sexual violence, it's important to know that you're not alone. There are resources available to provide support and guidance. The National Sexual Assault Hotline offers confidential support 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you need someone to talk to, if you're seeking information or you're unsure about your next steps, please don't hesitate to reach out. You can call the National Sexual Assault Hotline at 1-800-656-4673. Trained professionals are ready to listen, to offer support, and to help you navigate through your feelings and options. Your healing journey is important, and there are people who want to walk alongside you. Remember, there is hope, there is help, and there is healing. You deserve support, and you deserve to be heard.
Too much to drink tonight, and he knows I'm not a fighter. He knows what's been in my drinks tonight, and I know that's a Johnny. I am just a body. My friends are all so sorry. We do this every night, so who let him at this party? Who let me out of their sight? I just wanna feel like I'm more than just a body, that somebody wants to know me, not just touch me, not just fuck me over. Hey, oh.